for, okay, I've got that, for this particular training scheme that has been developed with you in mind, and we hope you enjoy it. And if you've got any questions, please ask away. That's what we're here for today, to give you as much information about the new training scheme as possible. So just going to go into the next slide, which we're having some technical difficulties, so we'll just bear with us, please, as we don't know why it's not moving.
That's a video. That's a video.
It's a video. Oh, okay. Katie's just going to sort this screen out for me. Bear with us, please. Sorry about this. Ah, there we are. So here we go. And you start the slideshow from there we go. Okay, so welcome. I'm speaking. I'm Professor Catherine, and I own a company called Lipology. We're based in the UK, and I'm the CEO. And we are a training company that provides training not only in the UK, all the way across the UK and Northern Ireland, but also in Malta. And I'm going to introduce you to our colleague over in Malta, which is Jesmond. If you'd like to introduce yourself, Jesmond, that would be brilliant.
Yes, of course. So I'm Jesmond. I'm the director of Malta Leadership Institute. The institute practically falls under the name of the company, Leadership Consultancy and Training Services. We are happy that we are collaborating with Lipology, who are an academy in the UK, and we are happy to bring also to Malta the courses that we will be speaking about today, and hopefully all of you would be following such courses, because I think they would enhance your professions and also can add value to what you offer today. So I will leave Professor Catherine to explain further what we're going to offer in collaboration. So we go in detail, and at the end we can either you can send questions or on chat, because that would be the best way, and then we answer at the end, and we can explain further where there are any queries which could be explained further. So in your hands, Catherine.
Thank you, Jesmond. Thank you. Yeah, we're delighted to have a collaboration with all our colleagues in Malta. It's we're very excited about it. So a little bit about us. So this tells you a little bit that the Malta Leadership Institute there provides high quality training. You're based in Birkirkara, aren't you, Jesmond? Would you like to explain what it says there about your institute there before I move on?
Practically, our philosophy is that first of all, we try to offer quality training. We have three major lines of courses. Amongst this line of courses is health and holistic well-being, and the courses that we'll be speaking of today will fall under this sort of branch. We have also courses in business and in education, and we are very fond of our students, that they get a learning experience which is not only valuable from an academic point of view, but also from a practical point of view, that enhances them as persons in their well-being, but also in their professions. And this is our philosophy. So we empower individuals and enterprises to fulfill their mission. So this is we offer accredited courses and non-accredited. Today we're going to speak here in collaboration about the non-accredited courses. So I will leave Catherine even introducing her their academy.
Okay, thank you, Jesmond. So we're based in the north of England. I've got personally about over 35 years, nearly 40 actually, experience in injectables. And we have a lot of unique innovations that belong to our Lipology brand. We aim to make the industry that we're in safer. We are very passionate about endorsing safer techniques and educating practitioners to the really highest standards possible. We launched the company in 2012 and we teach a full curriculum, and we are also government regulated with Ofqual degrees and postgrad programs. So you know that your training is in safe hands with us. We aim to give students a really clear insight into really up-to-date information and bespoke techniques that are going to give you a journey towards a very successful and lucrative, hopefully, career. So the courses that we are planning for Malta, we've got 4 interesting courses for you. We've got the Foundation in Mesotherapy, otherwise known as microneedling. And then we've got our Advanced Mesotherapy and Skin Boosters. I'm going to go into a little bit more detail about what each of these courses covers in a moment. We've also got our own hydrating jelly masks, which really complement any beauty salon or beauty treatment. They can be used after a number of treatments or as a standalone treatment. And we've got something called Mesotherapy Mixology. And so let me take you through these step by step and give you a little bit more information. So Foundation Mesotherapy. In this course, you will learn how to use a CE certified derma pen alongside a variety of ingredients in mesotherapy. And your administration maximum depth within this course is 2.5 millimeters. So this is what we class as superficial administration. You can see there a derma pen being used on the face, and that's pretty much what it looks like. The great thing about a derma pen, as opposed to something like a derma roller, is that a derma pen can be adjusted. So you can adjust the depth of the needle to accommodate different areas of the face and the speed of the needle. And so there's a big diversity of treatments that you can provide with Foundation Mesotherapy. The theory for this is completed on our online portal, and you work through it at your own pace, followed by a full day practical session in Malta with live models. And it's great for those of you in Malta. You don't have to leave the island and incur expensive trips just to do your training. The cost of the course is €1,000 plus VAT, but that does include your derma pen, 7 boxes of mesotherapy serums. That are the mesotherapy serums, most of them come with 5 vials in a box, so you get an awful lot of serum. There's just one of them that comes in 4, and that's one that you mix with other serums. You'll get a pack of the needle heads. As you can see, it's the blue needle head here in the picture, and a pack of aftercare cards, and your consultation forms and other literature is available free of charge online, as are the protocols. So you get a big package of products to get you set up and get your business going with this course. So that's really interesting. You'll cover a whole host of treatments. Let me tell you a little bit about them. So this is what you can learn in your course. So you will learn, first of all, fat and cellulite dissolving. One of the serums is dedicated to fat dissolving. And you may have heard of a product called Aqualix, very popular in Europe and in the UK, and it's comparable to that, the same ingredients, but it's a lot cheaper to buy. So that's why we like to use the Revitalize Slim instead of Aqualix. The serum range actually that you will be using has won Best Mesotherapy Serum 2 years in a row, so you know that it's an award-winning serum, and it's very diverse, and we can give you all the information about it. So fat dissolving, very, very popular, as you can imagine, especially coming up to summer. Then we've got a serum that will teach you and will show you how to do skin tightening and firming, and that's particularly popular for around the neck area and the lower face. Also, you can use it on the stomach. So if somebody's maybe had a baby and some of the skin on the stomach is lax, it's lost its elasticity, we use it there. And you can use it in conjunction with the fat dissolving for somebody, again, who's had a baby and is struggling to get rid of that stubborn pocket of fat. We also use serums for skin rejuvenation, and again, you can imagine on the face and neck and on the chest area, very, very popular, especially as we're coming up to summer and everybody's getting out of COVID, and we're all wanting to take our masks off, and we're wanting to mingle again and get out in the sunshine. We can tackle fine lines and wrinkles, and we have another serum that's dedicated to tackling acne and breakouts. And very often this can be a very embarrassing problem for our clients. So we teach you how to use that, especially on acne and breakout prone skin. We use a serum for scarring. So again, if you've got somebody that's got acne, but they've had it for a while and it's left those marks in the skin, those like indentations, then we use it for that, but also for stretch marks or other scars, maybe a trauma to the skin. So it's really diverse. We have a serum that tackles hyperpigmentation and sun damage. And again, I've spoken to quite a lot of people in Malta, and it's something that particularly bothers them. You guys are so much more sun savvy than we are in the UK because we don't get much, but hyperpigmentation can cause problems. So we have a serum that we would teach you how to use it in those particular cases. Age spots is hyperpigmentation, particularly in more mature skin, and it can occur not just on the face, but also on hands, arms, anywhere in the body, really. And again, talking about hands, we teach you how to use the serums to make the hands look more youthful and more more vitalized. So we give more elasticity and plump up the skin on the hands. And the hands and the chest area, which I'm coming to next, and the neck, they can really give away your age. So we could treat the décolletage or the chest area. And again, that catches the sun and can get damaged and wrinkled as a result. We've got serums that treat the turkey neck, you know, that loose neck that gets saggy, and the double chin. So we can treat the cellulite in the double chin, that fat, alongside tightening techniques. Sagging gels next, well, that comes usually alongside that loose skin, and most of our clients that are over 40 will come in and pull the side of their faces up and say, can you pull this up? Can you tighten this for me? So we teach you that. You can see that there's an awful lot that we're teaching you in that one course. And then you've got hair rejuvenation. So we can treat the scalp, the beard, and eyebrows. So if there's been a loss of hair, then we have a serum dedicated to scalp rejuvenation. It can be used on the eyebrows if they've been overplucked over the years, or if they've got patches, and also patchy beards. And I know that Malta is the same as the UK. The men are really fond of their beards now. It's very popular, and they don't like it if they've got patches. So another way of upselling and introducing a new technique and a new treatment to your services in your salon. And in the scalp, we can treat things like dermatitis and dandruff, but also it's very, very popular in women that are going through the menopause, or women that have had babies where their hormones have caused some of the hair to fall out and they get thinning. And it can be very, very embarrassing for women as well as men. It's not going to bring back a dead hair follicle. So if somebody has been bald for a long time, then it's probably not going to work on them. But we will teach you how to identify the right clients and how to treat them. And another one, I don't know how popular hair extensions are in Malta, but they are very, very popular here in the UK. And you get a kind of alopecia, a loss of hair, because the hair extensions are heavy and they pull the hair out, physically pull it out. So it's really good for using for people who like the hair extensions in a lot. And so we can treat the scalp for that. Moving on to psoriasis, we have a serum called booster, which is epidermal growth factor. And again, we can use it to treat the scalp if there's psoriasis in the scalp, or if we just need some extra rejuvenation in the scalp, we incorporate it there. But also we can use it as an alternative to something called the vampire facelift, the vampire facial, or PRP. And you're taught how to use it. And instead of having to draw blood and centrifuge it, which is what PRP is, we can do it without any of that hassle, and we teach you how to use that, and you don't need to buy expensive equipment like a centrifuge or learn how to draw blood or do phlebotomy. So that's great, and it's the only epidermal growth factor on the market that works in this way. So it's great to be able to offer your clients something that's quite unique. And then we'll teach you how to use one of the serums that tackles dark under eye circles. And again, around the eyes, always a problem area. And we struggle to really give our clients the treatment that they're asking for. So there's an awful lot that you will be able to add to your service menu once you've completed the course. Okay, let's move on. So advanced mesotherapy is what you can only do this when you've completed your foundation. And we do ask for a number of case studies, 20 actually, 20 case studies, and you submit those to our team and we feed back to you to make sure that you are doing everything correctly. And we give you lots of support and advice as you move through your case studies. So 20 case studies, and then once they're marked and passed, you can move on to advanced. So advanced mesotherapy is going to take you to a deeper level. So you're going to be able to administer serums and products up to 4 millimeters. And you really start to see fantastic results, especially with skin boosters and fat dissolving at 4 millimeters. It covers a technique called nappage, which is using actual needles. So in the foundation, the dermapen has little needles, but they don't have a hole through them. So you make a channel with the needle, and then the serum is passed into that. The serum seeps in, almost like a sponge. But in advanced, you're going to be learning how to use needles with holes in them. So you're pushing the product actually through the needle and into the skin at a deeper level. Both of these particular mesotherapy techniques, it's a bit like being able to put a good moisturizer inside the skin where it's really needed. Now, skin boosters are relatively new to aesthetics, but they have taken the UK by storm because, as I said, we're putting the product right into the dermis and getting it where it's needed to make a real difference. They're very popular with our clients, and we've seen a massive surge in revenue because we've been offering skin boosters. And also the fat dissolving injections, we use a needle that is totally unique to us. And it means that the needles have got multiple needles in one head. So again, we can cut treatment times with these needles drastically and get more treatments in the time that it would normally take you to use a single needle. So it's really, really good course to do. That course is €699 plus that. And again, you have your theory online, your practical day, a full day, practice. And then we've got something that's quite funky. We've got the hydrating jelly mask course. The jelly masks have been developed for us and they have our brand on them. They're brilliant, and there are 12 in the range. They're a great way of adding extra revenue to your clinic, and they're made of alginate. You can use them after any treatment. You can use them as part of a facial. You can use them after microneedling, after advanced mesotherapy, or as a standalone treatment. Your theory is online, and then you do a half-day practical. So you're taught how to mix them and how to apply them. And once you put the jelly mask on the face, it goes on as a liquid. It sets quite quickly, and then your client relaxes for about 10-15 minutes. And then you peel it off all in one go. So clients love it. It's quite unusual. It's quite fun as well for you, something different. And you'll learn about the 12 ingredients, and they're fantastic. So for instance, we've got one that's lavender. Lavender is brilliant for relaxing the skin, soothing the skin after a treatment, and it's packed with lavender petals, lavender flowers. So it really looks and smells fabulous for your client. We've got chamomile, we've got hyaluronic acid, gold, we've got charcoal, which is great for younger clients. We've got a whole host, kiwi, cherry. If your mouth's watering, now mine is too, they really are. They're all brightly coloured, real great addition to your clinic, and probably going to make your clinic stand out from your competitors, which again is something we try and give our trainees, something that can attract more clients for them and boost the revenue. So that's only €59 plus VAT. So it's not expensive to do. And as I say, it's a great add-on for your clinic. And then another half-day practical, so again, your theories online, is something that we call mixology. So this is really an add-on. So this is taking you, once you've got to grips with the serums on their own, we're going to teach you how to mix cocktails, but you really need to get to grips with serums first. So this is for somebody that's maybe using the serums or does their foundation and then wants to add this on. It's only €59 plus VAT, your theories online, and then a half-day practical with our experienced tutors. And it's something that's really going to give you the chance to get absolute optimum results from your treatments using this mix of serums. So for example, when I'm doing a skin booster, what I like to do is mix and tailor my cocktail of serums specifically for my clients' individual requirements. So if somebody's got very dry skin, if they like to go in the sun a lot, if somebody's a smoker, then each cocktail is going to be slightly different. And it's going to keep your clients coming back for more because you're going to get the best results using the serum. So again, a nice short one for you to really get you in the zone with your mesotherapy and get great results. So why are you going to train with us? Well, let's just have a look. There's no expensive travel costs, as I've mentioned, because we're coming to you. We're coming over to Malta, and we're going to be there for some time at the beginning of May. So you've got plenty of time to get your online theory done. I would give yourself probably the whole of April to do it, just in case something happens that interrupts your program. So get to grips with it. Some of them have got 8 or 9 modules. So they're not long modules, but you really need to continue with it and finish all those before you do your practical. Our tutors are very experienced and all friendly and supportive. So you know that you're going to be in friendly hands, and we're very, very student based. So everything is designed to make the journey through our courses really good so that you can get to grips with it at your own pace. We have a very high standard of training. That's why the government are happy to regulate us and register us on a very limited, there's not very many academies in our country, in the UK, that have the same standard of training as we do. We are reputable and trusted, and we have a number of awards. We're CPD accredited trainer, we're a registered training provider, and we also have other awards under our belts, and we are fully insured. That's very, very important. We're convenient. We're going to be working with Jesmond's state-of-the-art training facility in Baccacara. It's absolutely fantastic, and I'm really looking forward to it because, unlike the UK, there is actually an area where we can relax, and it's outside. We don't get that in the UK because you'd have to take an umbrella. So we are very, very happy to be using his facilities. It's affordable. As you can see, the prices are very, very reasonable. Everything that we cover is going to be relevant to your business, interesting, and is going to set you apart from the people down the road. And that's what we really need. In business today, we need to be looking for that edge. We need to be looking for something that's going to set us apart from everybody else. As I said, we're an award-winning company, and we're using award-winning serums and products. You don't stop when you finish training. You get ongoing mentorship and support from our team of experts. And that includes business support. It includes support with your marketing, help with everything from that up to the actual clinical mentorship. So everything comes with that, and that doesn't stop at all. You're at the center of your courses. It's designed with you at the center, and it's going to open a lot of new doors for your business to thrive. And that's what we want at the end of this awful COVID lockdown. We really want to get open and our businesses to thrive as everybody starts to have more treatments and come out of lockdown. Those are the dates that we've set aside. We're trying to make it as easy for you guys as possible. So we've put a full weekend together. So anybody who's got issues with childcare during the week, then we've put a Saturday and Sunday and a Tuesday together. So hopefully that's going to fit in with your schedule. And as I said, that'll give you the whole of April. If you register between now and the end of March, you just register with Jesmond. He'll talk you through the process, and we've got some good news about funding, so I'm going to let him talk to you about that in a moment. And then you can join us once you've finished your theory. You can join us on those dates, but there are only limited spaces. We're only there for those dates. So I would say if you really want to, if you're really interested, don't wait, because once the dates are full up, then we'll be looking at having to wait for any further dates to be available. And I'm going to pass over now to my colleague Jesmond to tell you about the Investing in Skills scheme. So over to you, Jesmond.
Thank you, Catherine, for that presentation about what we're going to offer. Some of you might be aware of these schemes. As you know, Jobs Plus has this Investing in Skills scheme. It is a very good scheme whereby you can get refund for part of your fees. It might, I will explain a little bit how this works so that nobody will misunderstand what is 50% to 70%. The Investing Skills Scheme is a scheme whereby, which is through European funds, whereby it encourages people to continue to invest in their own skills, like what we're offering here, to upgrade themselves and obviously have more possibilities in their business. And the scheme works in this way. Actually, it will give you refund of it. There is a calculation on the number of hours of training. For instance, the mesotherapy, we calculated that it will be on a 24-hour course between the three components: online, the practical, and also the assessment, because the assessment, as Catherine told you, you would have to submit and work upon 20 case studies. So we are calculating that this will comprise 24 hours of work, of training, and you will be refunded on a calculation that is made through the scheme on 24 hours, 70%, 50%, up to 70%. I'm saying this, we can calculate individually when it comes to your application. We will do the application before you start. It has to be done before you start the course. So you would know that whether you will be refunded or not. So we have to send the application at least 7 days before. But what I suggest, we have set the deadline that for this cohort, we will be setting a deadline for the 30th of March. So if we need to apply for the Investing in Skills, we need to have a meeting with you. We tell you all the details, but this has to be soon, in February and beginning of March, so that we have everything in place. And as MLI, we will be able to help you fill in the forms and do all the paperwork for this Investing in Skills. If you are interested, you are invited to write to us either on our Facebook page, which is Facebook MLI Malta, or else on our email, which is, I can write it in the chat, which is info@Malta Leadership Institute. We could have written it on the institute.com. So you can write to us so that we can send you the application forms. You will be applying online for these courses. As payments, with regards to payments, we need the payment beforehand so that you will be given access to the online part, and you have to actually finish the online part before the practical. The dates that Catherine has showed you are specifically for the practical component. And from there, after the practical component, you will start your assessment. So this is a little bit about the funding. So this will help you to fund your training, and hopefully the training will not be so much expensive for you, because at the end of the day you will get some money back for it. So that's from my part. I don't know whether there are any questions from the people who are following us, or they can send them through chat.
Yeah, we've got some questions, Jesmond, actually. So I've got them here in front of me. So
okay.
So okay, I'll move. Are you happy, Jesmond, if I just move on to the next slide then?
Who?
Are you okay for me to move to the next slide?
Yes, you can.
Okay, that's superb. Let's just It's not moving to the next slide. I think it's stuck. Okay, Katie's just going to see if she can sort this out for me. So I've got some questions, guys, and that's fantastic that we don't have this in the UK where 50 or 70% of course fees can be got back. That's brilliant. So while Katie tries to sort out moving to the next slide, I'm just going to talk. Amanda sent a question. She said, we mentioned a starter pack that comes with the foundation mesotherapy. How many treatments do I get from the pack? So you'll get quite a lot of serums. We get a box of each serum, and in 6 of those boxes, you've got 5 vials of serum. Let me give you an example. On if we took Slim, which is the fat dissolving serum, you would get from that box, if you did a double chin, which would require 1 ml of serum, you would get 50 double chins, 50 double chins out of that one box. So we charge normally £99 per treatment for that. So and the serum, so that you see that you can get, that's only an example. So you've got 7 boxes in total, but one of them, don't forget, is that booster I was talking about, the epidermal growth factor, which you mix with the other ones. And what we normally do is charge an extra charge that, but all the costing we will cover during your training to help you put together some packages for this. But you can see that with just that one box, 50 treatments is certainly going to give you the opportunity to get your money back for your training, which is great. We're just trying to move on to the next slide, but I've got another question here. Katie said, how will I be assessed? So what we do is, oh, I think we're moving. Yeah, there we are. Kate said, how will I be assessed? So on the when you log on to your LearnDash, which is the theory, at the end of each module, some of them you have to complete and answer questions. So you're assessed to make sure that you've understood the main points of the presentation, the actual online theory. And then during your practical sessions, your tutor will be assessing you ongoing. She'll be doing demonstrations, and then she'll be watching you. At first, she'll be watching you very closely supervised, and gradually as the day goes on, we'll leave you to get to grips with it yourself, to try it yourself without too much supervision, so that gradually we can take away the supervision and leave you just for us to stand back and assess you. And only when we are confident that you are competent in it, then we will pass you. But it's a long day for you, so you should be fine by the time you've finished it. It's not a difficult treatment to grasp, and we've never had anybody that's not been able to complete the course. And then your case studies. Ruth has asked us, how do I complete the case studies? So we usually say if there's 20 case studies in a course, submit your case studies to us 5 at a time. So you email them to us. And a case study is very simple. They're your paying clients. These are not models. These are your first paying clients. And as your paying clients come through your clinic or your salon, then what you'll do is you'll write up the treatment and you'll show us through a report. So you'll write step 1, step 2, step 3. Tell us what you've done, why did you choose that serum? How did you assess the skin? So you're really just showing us evidence that, just bear with me a second, you really just how much do you know? It's I can't remember. 50. Sorry, we're in clinic here and somebody's asking me a question. Where was I? So we it's just a blow by blow account, a list of what you're doing and why, and we just need to make sure that you're showing us that you're doing it properly, you're doing it as you were taught, and you're doing it safely. So if you do them 5 at a time, that's 4 submissions. It means that each time you submit your 5 case studies, we can keep feeding back to you, and we see you growing in confidence, and it's really important. That's part of your training. Lisa said, if I need more support, How can I get it if you're in the UK? Well, of course, we live in a digital age. We're available on WhatsApp, we're available on an email, we're available to FaceTime you. And I've even FaceTimed people in their clinic while they showed me a client and asked me questions. So that's what we're here for. Our team are always able to email you back if you've got any non-urgent questions. And of course, if there was something urgent, we would, of course, give you priority and get back to you as soon as possible. And our team are dedicated. We've even have been known to answer questions late in the evening or at weekends. We're never going to turn you away. As long as we see your message, we will endeavour as much as humanly possible to get back to you straight away. Jessica says, how many people are in a classroom? We don't like to keep the classrooms too big. So we're looking at having one tutor per 8 maximum. And we usually split you into twos. So we split you into pairs and you work together within the classroom, and your tutor's working with 4 small groups of 2, and it works very, very well. And most people that come on the mesotherapy training are very, very happy to have the treatment done themselves so that they can experience it, and that way they can empathize and understand how it feels from the client's point of view. And we think that's very important as well. So that's why I said to you, if you're interested in getting on board with this training, I would do it sooner rather than later, because once we're videoing this is going to go out on an email shot as well for those of our colleagues out there in Malta that are unable to join us today. So and we have had a big response to it on social media. It's just that people weren't free to join us now, but it's recorded. So we're going to anybody's asked any questions at his end. Are you there, Jesmond?
You were cut off a little bit.
Sorry.
So
are you there, Jesmond? Sorry.
I'm here. Okay, I think we have given a huge amount of information about mesotherapy, these courses, and actually I can give you also our telephone number for those who would like to inquire further. It's 274 22299, 274 22299, or else 79294135. And I have also shared our email address, info@maltaleadershipinstitute.com, for further information. Thank you for being with us. I don't know whether Catherine has any more questions from her end.
I've not got any questions, Jesmond. Okay. I just wanted to say a massive thank you to everybody that's taken the time to come and listen to us today. Yes. I hope they found it interesting, and if they've got any questions or they need any advice from us, of course, we are available. Like I said, we're happy to answer anything for them. I want everybody to be absolutely sure of the benefits that this can have for their business. And thank you to you and your team, Jesmond.
Thank you to you, and we're happy with this collaboration. Thank you.
Brilliant.
Thank you.
Well, everybody have a great day, and we hope to see you all soon.